But I'm excited to talk about this game. I think there's a lot of things going on with this one. There's a lot of storylines. It's big for Missouri. It's obviously a huge opportunity for A&M. And A&M has a chance to etch themselves into Aggie history. Go where no Aggie has gone before. And this team is already freaking awesome, man. It has historic qualities, right? There's a quarterback who's in Heisman consideration right now. You have awesome breakout transfer portal players. You have a team with a ton of character, a ton of leadership, a lot of returning guys that have been Aggies for a while. And that's a really easy team to get behind. But you're only 8-0. You're only 3/4 of the way into the season. You have it all in front of you right now. You've earned the right to be here. But as Elco said, that team wants to take it all away from you. And as I've sat on this game, y'all heard my score prediction a couple days ago, my confidence in the Aggies. But as I've sat on this game, this is a terrifying spot. It's a really scary spot to play a really scary football team in the Missouri Tigers. As much as I love this team, that is the case, in my opinion. I'll break it down for you. Both teams come off of bye week, but they really couldn't be more different in the nature in which they're coming off of the bye week. I mean, for A&M, we lived it. We felt it. It was amazing. That cathartic, epic win against LSU in their backyard. Got it done. Blew them out. Emptied the stadium. Started a domino effect in Baton Rouge. That's insane, but that's a conversation for another day. And you've heard nothing but good things about yourself for 2 weeks now. Again, quarterback and Heisman consideration. You were ranked 3rd in the first college football playoff poll. Well deserved, of course. I mean, you're in playoff projections. People are saying you're going to do this, and that. Rat poison. Rat poison everywhere. That's what happens when you're good. And for Missouri, they're coming off of a loss. They've actually lost 2 out of the last 3. They're coming off of 2 road games, and they're coming home after a bye week, finally returning home, something that A&M will get to do next week after 3 straight road games. Who's scheduling these, man? Come on now. But they also lost their starting quarterback, and of course that'll play into A&M's favor in certain ways. But there's also this thing called the Ewing theory, where when a star player goes down, it kind of galvanizes the troops or rallies the troops, at least for a little while, at least to an extent. Maybe this offensive line steps up. Maybe the running backs step up. Maybe other aspects of this team step up to help, to fill in, to, compensate for the loss and help the young guy out. That's there. And with this team, maybe that manifests in a good running attack because that's their strength. And what's A&M's weakness been in their worst games defensively? It's been run defense. And finally, it's a big revenge spot. And Eli Drink is a weirdo, man. He's going to use that. That's a conversation in the locker room. Some players are back, some aren't. But that's something that they feel. That's something they're definitely using as fuel. Very scary spot. I don't give a shit. This is Elco's task. This is this team's task. This is what this team has sought out to do from the beginning. Because this team has the advantage of going and looking in a mirror and saying, this is what got us last year. And I know we hate to say the talk about last year, Elco hates it, but 12 months ago, you were in this spot and you failed. You failed. And that has been the mantra this entire offseason, week to week, every game. It's finish, it's improve, it's grow, it's mature. And they look in the mirror and they see that, and they know the task at hand. So much so to where Elco was actually asked about this in the presser. I'll play it for you guys.
And Mike, you talked about your team, playing with a sense of urgency. Teams like Missouri that you're playing, they are desperate for wins. Well, mathematically, you guys aren't. It seems like your team has been playing, I don't know if desperate's the word, but with a sense of urgency. What do you attribute that to?
Yeah, I think we are desperate. I tell them all the time, we have earned everything that we've got, right? We've got a record, we've got a ranking, we've got opportunities that we have worked really, really hard to earn. And every single Saturday, someone's coming in and trying to take all of that from us. And that's the urgency that we have. In terms of Missouri, obviously they're a team that's still young. This is the challenge that you have in college football today is they're still very much alive for the playoff. This is a playoff game for them. They obviously know they're going to have to win out in order probably to get in. And so, this is a huge opportunity for them at home on a big stage to make a statement that they're going to go chase a spot in the playoff. And so there's a lot more of that nowadays than there's been in the past when only 2 or 4 teams were making the playoffs. And so, in a lot of ways, this is a playoff game on Saturday in Columbia.
I believe in Mike Elco. I believe in him in this spot. I believe this is the spot that he was brought here to overcome. And I think this team plays up to their standard this weekend. And if Missouri is able to go toe-to-toe with that, and they can, they have ability, they're a good team, so be it. But it won't be for lack of showing up. I don't think the spot gets to A&M, but it's going to be a hell of a fight. This team is going to bring their best. You're going to get a hungry, desperate team. Yet again, something we've gotten used to, but I do think this team is particularly better coached than many that you have faced this year. But I think A&M matches that energy 100%. And as much as I've kind of thought about this game and felt fearful of the spot, I'm not wavering. I'm sticking to my prediction. My score prediction I mentioned the other day, 34-20. But it's going to be a game for a while. This is a tough Missouri team. It's a good team. It's a worthy adversary. It's a team that's reeling and desperate with a really good coach. But I still believe in these Aggies. I already gave y'all my keys to the game. So I'm going to get real specific with my wish list for this game because y'all know my keys, and I think it's also what I wish for. If you can establish a run against a good run-stopping defense that maybe is a little bit worse in the pass, you will roll offensively in this game. If you can establish a run against that front seven with the solid linebacker core, a really good defensive line, really good pair of defensive ends, you will do what you need to do in this game. There is a path for 40 if you're able to establish a consistent, strong run. You can run for 4.5 yards a carry. That opens everything up. That's there. But there will be passing opportunities in this game, I believe. I believe they will invite the pass. I believe they will try to make Marcel Reed a pocket passer. We had a player mention that in an interview this week. Catalan mentioned it, 7th-year senior. So offensively, first of all, I want to see Marcel take another step as a passer. It's been improved. It's been good. And at his best, it's been really good. I think we've seen him do it against both zone and man-heavy defenses. Notre Dame, when they went zone, I think some of the best plays where he moved the chain were finding spaces in zone defense, and credit to these receivers who were able to kind of sit appropriately in those spaces. Mario Craver comes to mind. Obviously, KC did it too. That was the Mario Craver game, though. But I want to see him because this might become a game where it is a passing game for A&M. There is a world where Missouri, their best aspect as their team, run defense, front seven defense, can bottle up our running game. So we're going to need to see Marcel be solid. Let's cut down on the interceptable balls that come and go for Marcel. Only 6 picks on the year. He had a couple of more that could have been picked versus LSU. And let's just be ourselves because Marcel is a really freaking good and dangerous quarterback. So I want to see him diagnose. I want to see him run wisely. If they go man, we run our mesh. We run our quick zone into our motion into outs. We hit those, and we run when it's appropriate. I just want to see Marcel continue to progress because he's really freaking good right now. He's led an 8-0 start to the year. But we all know he can be even better, and he will be better as he keeps improving as a player. I'm going to get even more specific. I have a very specific wish list in this game. A very specific wish in this game. Can we get Mario Craver back in the end zone? He almost got in versus LSU. He was so close on that end around versus LSU. You have weapons. You use them well. I just want to see Mario get more involved in this offense. It's been a lot of KC lately, and keep that up. Keep Ashton Bethel-Roman involved. Keep Terry Bussey involved. I want a Mario Craver touchdown. I want a lot of things in life. I have a lot of wishes. This is one of them. So much so that if Mario Craver scores in the game while I'm live on the watch party, I'll give another one away. I'll give another one away. I just feel generous, and I really like Mario Craver, and I want to see it done. So Mario Craver touchdown, really, more seriously, I want to see his further involvement in this offense. I want to see us get him the ball in more spaces. You did it a few times versus LSU. I think he can do it even more. Love this guy. Explosive. Every time he touches the ball, his balance, his drive is so strong for his size. It's really fun to watch. Let's get Mario Craver involved in a big way. I have the hat ready. Defensively, Torian York, please stand up. I need a big Torian York game. This is a run-heavy offense. This is an offense that is without their starting quarterback. This is an offense that's going to lean on Ahmad Hardy, this offensive line, the stretch run. And I think if we're sitting there Sunday, looking back on this game, and if A&M had a great game, if A&M won and felt good, I think Torian York will have had a great game. And I think Torian York has a very specifically good chance to do well this game. Because first of all, obviously, he spends a lot of time in the film room. He's had 2 weeks to prepare. And this offense, down their starting quarterback, down their backup, down to the third string, with a really strong running game and a good running back, you have to imagine they're going to lean on that quite a bit. So Torian York, kind of keying in on what he has to do in such plays. That stretch run, gap discipline is huge in this game, as it always is, but specifically going up against their strength, I'm looking at Torian York to have a big one. In my final wish list, and screw it, we'll throw a third giveaway to this one. A&M has not been a turnover-forcing team this year. They haven't gotten a lot of picks. They haven't gotten a lot of, fumble recoveries. It hasn't been a thing for A&M. If A&M wins the turnover battle this weekend, obviously it's going to go a long way to making this a win. I will do another giveaway. I think Missouri's fumbled 12 times this year. They've only lost 2. They have put the ball on the ground a few times. Invite that. Look for that. And win the turnover battle. Win the game. My final wish list, overarching. We already talked about it. Don't let the rat poison bite you. Just be yourself. And I'm wishing for it. And I think I'm going to get that wish because I believe in Mike Elco, like I said at the top of the show. All right, guys, that's all I have. One more thing. I want to go through the injury report with you guys. Scooby Williams is out, guys. And if y'all watched my last couple of videos, the film review for LSU, the preview this week, I've really felt like Scooby was trending towards a really, really strong close to the year. And, of course, we love and appreciate Damian Sanford, but if you have a three-headed monster, the more the merrier. It's an unfortunate loss against a team where you really could have used a third veteran linebacker. So that is a blow. That is something A&M will have to stomach. I'm looking at Torian York, leadership to step up. That's partially why it's on my wish list. Damian Sanford, same thing can be said, man. You're becoming you're a veteran now. You're no longer a young player. You played a spell role last year. You've been a starter for weeks now for A&M. You've had some badass games. You've done some really, really good things. Let's just be solid again. Let's just keep improving, man. Obviously, without Bryce, Le'Veon, and Tom Johnson, that's not new. Scooby is unfortunately the new one that A&M will have to overcome. We'll see if Noah Mikael gets more moments. We saw him get a TFL. We see them go to Noah even when you have Scooby available. Jordan Lockhart had some moments early in the year. We'll see where they go here, but I'm looking at Torian, man. He's the tone setter. He's the guy.